Hello, this is Robyn. Welcome to my channel, Heart Guided Intuition. And here's a general reading for today, Wednesday, June 3rd, 2020. So it's a general reading. It might not apply to everybody, but there might be something helpful in it for you, and it might really resonate. So if you would like a private reading with me, you can just look down below. I've put links to my website where you can order a reading with me. And also, please feel free to like this video if you enjoy it, and also subscribe if you haven't done so already. Okay, so I've shuffled the cards, and I have not looked at them. I've chosen them for today, like what is Spirit's message for today. And first, I want to just say I hope everybody is safe and well. We're going through some chaotic times. So, and if you hear any external noise, apologies, because I'm in a busy neighborhood and I have housemates. So, okay. So I'm going to turn over the cards and just give me a few moments to kind of tap into the messages. There were a few extras that came out this time. Okay. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, I feel like this message, yeah, that one flew out. Okay. Oh, wow. This is a very good message. And again, I want to say, I usually say this in my videos, that my readings are not gender fluid, but there is a lot of feminine energy coming through for today. Okay. The first one, the Queen of Cups. And she can either be a water sign or just embody the qualities of the Queen of Cups. Very soft, gentle, compassionate, loving. She communicates very sweetly. She is usually the first one to, want to give, want to take care of others. And it's coming out with this Spirit deck. This is about climbing the ladder of success, or working on something and in the process of like getting to this point where you're going to go over get to the top of the ladder and get to where you want to be. So I feel like these cards together are someone who's working on themselves, working on maybe doing something they love. I mean, I'm looking at the other cards too. And there's a kind of prosperity. We can have prosperity in many ways. We can have abundance and resources in many different ways. It's not just money. And this is someone who loves what they do, if this is a job reading, a business reading. But it's also someone who, they love what they do and they're coming from their heart and they communicate with gentleness. It's a very soft, nurturing energy. And they're maybe working on becoming. It could be either someone who's working on becoming this queen, this kind of energy, or somebody who is in a job where they're working on. I feel like this might be more the reading when I'm looking at the other cards. But however it applies to you, okay? It's either someone who's working on becoming more compassionate in their speech and their words and their, the way they communicate with others, and really coming from a very heart-centered place, and they're working on that. And this could mean relationships. This could mean, because the Temperance card came out, and this is a balance, finding the balance between, she's balancing fire and water, okay? And she has this perfect balance, which is this card, is the card of its balance and its reciprocity as well. Sometimes this card, which I like to hold sideways, is like it's the sun and the moon. So they're very different. Two elements that are very, very different, but complementary. The energies of the sun and the moon, not the actual sun and moon. I mean, even though in order to shine, like the moon doesn't shine itself, it reflects the sun's light. That's a scientific thing. But if you look at the energies of the sun and the moon, the energies that are attributed to the sun and the moon, I guess mostly here in our Western culture, we attribute the sun as being more masculine and the moon as being more feminine. I actually have always felt the opposite. And I know that there are cultures around the world that also see the sun as being more maternal, the feminine being more maternal, because the sun, the way I see it, I don't know, I'm going off on a little tangent here, but the way I see the sun is that a powerful force for creating life. Nothing could grow on our planet if we did not have the sun. We would not exist, without the without sunlight. The sunlight gives us vitamin D so that we can be healthy. Helps plants grow. The whole. I read about botany, and I mean, man, the sun is very important. The sun is very important. That is an understatement. Anyway, back to the reading. So it's this balance and this harmony, and that's what this card is, Temperance. So if I'm looking at like the Queen of Cups, she's giving so much. Okay, now the message is coming through. She's giving so much. I'm sorry, there was a child that was screaming before. I don't know if it came out on video, but that was throwing me off a bit. I try to do a lot of these videos at night when the neighborhood's a little bit quieter, but I don't. I sometimes I really like doing them during the day if I feel clear during the day. So, okay, yeah, she's What's that message again? Help! I called to my spirits. All right, what's that message again? She's someone who is apt to give and work so hard and put a little too much of herself into climbing the ladder of success, or whatever that means, in a business, in a family situation, in a home situation, in a relationship situation. She's someone who gives too much, gives a little too much. The people pleaser, the one who says, "Oh, I'll get that. Oh, I'll do that," even to her own detriment. And I'll say her, because it's coming out as a queen, but this can apply to any gender. So the people pleaser, the one who says, "Oh, I'll take care of that," and she's sweet and loving and kind the whole time she's doing it, even though later on she's like really stressed out. But she's trying to do that to get, to work her way up, or to work her way up in a situation. And it requires a lot of balance. This Temperance card, I mean, I love this deck. This is the Gilded Tarot, which is my favorite deck of cards. So, of tarot. I love a lot of tarot decks, but this is my favorite. So, yeah, she's balancing it beautifully. And there is going to be a balance today, and a harmony, and a reciprocity, because she's worked on her emotions. She's worked on managing her emotions and managing her boundaries, and not giving too much, not knowing when she's giving too much, knowing when she's put in enough work and enough effort, and said, "You know what, that's that's I've done enough. I've done enough. And I've got it, and I've got this balancing thing down. I'm able to put in the work and the care necessary for this situation to thrive." And the Queen of Cups is uniquely able to do that because of the way that she thinks about she's in touch with her emotions, and she's able to kind of read people and read situations to know what's needed. But it's really important for someone with that energy of the Queen of Cups to have boundaries, and to be able to know when they've given too much. So today is about finding that balance, and that message today. And the balance, oh yeah, let me bring this one, bring in the color card. Turquoise, awaken your empathy. So, the Queen of Cups energy, she is an empath. She is empathy. And this is so healing. I like to look at the image. And yes, I know that my camera reverses the image, but I like to look at this image. Look how soft and blue. I don't know whether it's smoke or water, but it's this swirling, beautiful, healing kind of. I see this as a very healing color. Such as like if when we're in water, and the Queen of Cups is a water, she's associated with the water element. So this is like managing the water, the emotions, managing the emotions so that they don't uh, run the show, and finding a balance so that there is, here's the Ganesh card, prosperity, so that Ganesh is the remover of obstacles. And I think the obstacle today is actually probably overdoing, doing too much from the heart, the people pleaser kind of thing, the knowing when you've done too much, given of yourself too much, and finding that balance between giving and honoring your boundaries, and saying no, and saying and knowing when it's been enough. But there's prosperity as a result of finding that balance and managing emotions, and coming from that middle way of not cold emotionally, but not overly emotional. Okay, finding that middle way and finding that balance. That's what the Temperance card is about, and that Sun and the Moon, and being, finding that prosperity as a result. And because the climbing the ladder card came up, I feel like this might be have to do with a business, but it could have to do with any kind of prosperity. Okay, however you see prosperity in your life. So prosperity comes when we find balance. And here she is. This is the Nine of Pentacles, and she is shown in a garden. She has, this might also point to a business reading too, for some people, that she is a self-made woman. She has earned, uh, she has earned everything, to the point of, everything she has in her life, the beauty of her surroundings, her garden. Uh, it doesn't have to mean a lavish, estate, because even the smallest home can be your castle, and she is very content. She tends to be kind of single, but it can just mean a woman who is, or someone who's independent, a self-made woman, okay? And very confident, very sure of herself, not in an ego way, but she knows exactly uh, what she's done to build a life for herself. And in a way, very different from this queen, because this queen can overdo for others, whereas this Nine of Pentacles, she knows how to do for herself. And today's reading, the fact that she came up, it's coming from that place of the Queen of Cups to this place, and being a little more reliant on your inner guidance, and more aware of what you bring to your life, and your power to bring to your life whatever it is you want. And this breadwinner card came up. This is someone who puts bread on the table, and this is the raw energy, the raw power needed to put, to create prosperity and bread on the table. So this could mean a business reading, and it can also mean, something pertaining to family. She's making the decisions for herself first and foremost, and what's following is this beautiful home and beautiful garden, and being able to put bread on the table for others as well. So it's a good reading about, I want to say, self-sufficiency, and becoming less of less of the taking care of others and more the focus on oneself in order to rise to that place of balance in our emotions where we have healthy boundaries, and we're able to think more clearly and have more time available to us and more energy available to us because we are taking care of ourselves and watching how much we do for others, how much we pay attention to external people, circumstances, situations, and we're able to see more clearly our strengths, our abilities, and use them to rise to a place of feeling much more centered and grounded and more kind of steady within ourselves. Okay, so that was a very positive reading. So I hope that resonated. Please feel free to let me know in the comments if that resonated. And yeah, hope that was helpful. So thank you so much for watching. And be safe, be well, and peace, love, and blessings to all.